you lack patience. So, patience is not just a virtue, it's something that a lot of people lack, especially when it comes to wanting to get fitter, healthier, and happier. So, case in point, you've been living your life, or maybe these past 3 or 4 months, you've been overindulging, one too many drinks, a little bit too much food, what we would call gaining the lockdown pounds, okay? It's taken 3 months, right? But then you're looking for something, some kind of quick fix to somehow reverse those 3 months of cumulative overindulgence, and you want it to happen overnight. If that was possible, our job in the fitness industry, in the health and fitness industry, would be really easy. It'd be like, here's this pill, or drink this drink, or do this exercise, whatever it is, right? However, where you lack patience is in realizing, in accepting, in taking the responsibility of the fact that it's taken you potentially 3 months, half a year, a couple of years to get your health and fitness, I've got a peanut stuck in my throat, to get you to where you are now in terms of, a lot of us were a lot fitter, healthier and happier in our 20s and 30s, and then responsibility came along. Some of us have had kids, we've had jobs, we've had stuff going on personally, business-wise. A lot of things have happened in our 20s and 30s, and now we're in our 30s, 40s, potentially 50s, and we can't get away with all the things we used to. Staying up really late and getting up really early. We can't do that anymore. We can't go drinking 3 days straight and then still turn up at 9 o'clock for a French lesson on a Wednesday. We can't get away with a lot of stuff. And now it's more prevalent, much harder, I guess, now than ever to actually reverse those things, or to get away with those things. So like, take overindulging with food again, okay? At the time, you're eating a little bit too much, but it doesn't really matter. But then the next day, you do it again. Or potentially what the classic cycle is, that Monday to Friday, you're really good, but then Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday, you're absolutely pieing. You're sticking in a hell of a lot more calories than you need to, and potentially negating what you've done in terms of being healthy from Monday to Friday, and therefore that whole week you're generally in a calorie surplus, say, okay? And then that week is over, you come to Sunday night, you're like, okay, I'm going to be good this week. You do Monday to Wednesday. Monday to Wednesday is fabulous. You're eating the salads, you're eating like a rabbit, you're drinking lots of water. Thursday, Friday comes, and then you repeat the cycle. Those weeks turn into months. Those months turn into years. Those cumulative calories add up. And then, like, specifically, we have had thousands of extra calories that unfortunately our body doesn't get rid of, okay? It holds on to that stuff because back in the day, we needed those extra calories in case there wasn't another meal coming along, whereas now you can literally get another meal to come along in within 30 minutes just by clicking a few buttons on your phone, all right? You don't even have to cook anything. So have patience is the message that I'm trying to convey tonight, and that is, have patience. Don't just jump from one thing to the next because it doesn't work within the time frame that you expect, in terms of, you've worked hard to get your health and fitness to where it is now, whether that's up here or down here, wherever it is in your spectrum of what you define as good or bad, and it could take just as long for you to reverse that. So if it's in the spectrum, if it's in the realms of where you're not happy with it, it's going to take weeks, months, if not years, to potentially reverse that. So you've got to really have that patience to stick to it, to get that consistency. And where people go wrong is they look for these quick fixes and gimmicks, as opposed to, instead of finding the stuff that actually works. And the three key things that are generally missing from your gym and studio routine, from drinking nothing but cabbage water for 3 weeks, from doing your cleanse, from having that magic wrap, whatever it is, the three key things that are missing to help you stay consistent and to keep you from quitting quickly are: 1, having the right kind of guidance, i.e. someone basically telling you what you need to do because it works, or telling you what not to do because it's a waste of your time. That's the first thing, guidance. The second thing is that you don't have any kind of community or a kind of support network around you, because it's so much easier to improve your health and fitness when you're with people, or when you have people to support you, to cheer you on, to keep you on the straight and narrow. That's why, there are good bits about things like Slimming World and Weight Watchers and stuff, where it's that group camaraderie where you're helping each other. Okay, there are aspects that I don't like about that stuff, which is why I don't advocate them. But that's the second thing, is the support and ultimately the accountability of being answerable to someone other than just yourself. So that's the second key thing that's missing, that helps you to have more patience. And the third and final thing is this idea of being empowered, of learning the right things so that you can lead by example. You can set a good example to those around you, and therefore you can help to inspire and motivate those people around you in your bubble, in your life, and so that you have a positive impact on the wider community as well. Okay, so in terms of your patience, a lot of people lack the patience, so it's about learning how to have more patience and sticking to things longer than just a few days, and thinking that the results are going to come instantly. And you need those three key things in place for you to stay consistent. 1, the right guidance, the right help from people that are experienced in what you need help with. There is always someone out there, or there's always a book that's been written somewhere. It's just about finding the right information, about sifting through all that info to get to the stuff that is specific to you. The second thing that is missing is that community and support to keep you. It's like the buffers at the bowling alley, right? By having the buffers there, you're going to be bouncing left and right, but you're always going to hit the pins pretty much, okay? So you're always traveling in the right direction. So find your buffer, find that support network that you need. And the third thing is that empowerment in terms of learning the stuff that is going to give you the life lessons so that you can ultimately set a good example to other people. Because, a lot of people talk about how they want to be there for the kids, or that they want to set a good example to their kids. So it's one thing to actually talk about it, but it's a whole other thing to actually take the actions that your kids then learn from, okay? And that's how you then lead and inspire them and motivate them to do what you're doing, as opposed to just do what you're saying you're going to do, okay? So have patience, your results will come. Everything out there that is designed to help improve your health and fitness does work, as long as you give it enough time, rather than you quitting too early and then jumping onto the next thing and then forever yo-yoing up and down and trying thing after thing after thing and never getting anywhere. Okay, so have patience, keep cracking away, And if at all, if you need help at all, then always reach out. Whether that's to me, whether that's to someone else, always reach out, because there is always someone willing to help you. All right, have patience, because there's a distinct lack of it when it comes to improving your own health and fitness and happiness.